Hi everyone and welcome back to Sprinkle with Paper. Today I'm going to be sharing how to make a cake topper using the WeCreat laser cutting machine. WeCreat was kind enough to send me one of their Vision laser cutters. This machine is so great. It not only cuts, it engraves, and it also scores. You can work with supplies like metal, wood, leather, and you can even customize food. WeCreat also has its own design software called Make It, and it is really simple to use. It's super user-friendly. There are over 1,000 different projects that you can choose from, or you can create your own, or you can upload your own cut file. So today I'm going to be sharing how we can upload our own cut file and then also customize it right there in the design software. So to get started, we're just going to click on New Project. And then down in the left-hand corner, we're going to click on Uploads. The file that I'll be uploading today is an SVG file that can be found in my Etsy shop. So I offer a bunch of different SVG files, but there are thousands of different shops that sell SVGs. You can also find them on different blogs for free. There are a lot of websites that offer SVG files. But today we're just going to be selecting this Make-A-Wish file, and we're going to customize it over in the WeCreat software. We're going to create it into a cake topper, and we're going to customize it with an age. Now that we have the design over here in the WeCreat software, I'm just going to turn it into a cut file. Over here on the right-hand side, we have Engrave, Fill Engrave, and Cut. So all we need to do is select Cut. To turn this design into a cake topper, we need to add some form of stick that we can stick down into the cake. So to do that, I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to click on the rectangle, and I'm just going to resize it so it fits nicely on my design. I'm just going to stick it here onto the eye of Wish, so it's nice and cohesive with the design. And then once I'm happy with the look, I'm going to highlight the Make-A-Wish design and the rectangle. And then I'm going to select the Merge drop-down menu. So in this menu, you're going to have the option to merge graphic shapes, subtract, merge overlapping shapes, or subtract overlapping shapes. So as you can see, we have a lot of different options for designs, but what we're going to use today is the merge graphic designs. So now we have it all merged together, which means when we go to cut it, it's going to cut as one single piece, which will be perfect for our cake topper. And now to customize it a little bit further, I'm going to add an age to the candle. So I'm just going to click on text and type in the number 10. And then I'm going to change the font. So I'm just going to go up to fonts up here in the left-hand corner. And all of these different fonts are free and available here in the software. So you don't have to download anything. All of these are already installed in the software for you to use for free. So the one I'm going to choose is called Chalkboard. And then I'm just going to make sure that it is selected as a cut design. And then I'm going to resize it and position it up onto the flame of the candle. And then once I'm happy with the look, I'm just going to again highlight the Make-A-Wish design and the number 10. And then this time we're going to go up to Merge, but we're going to click Subtract. So as you can see here in the WeCreat software, being able to upload your own design and then customize it is really so simple. And there's so many different features where you can add, you can subtract, you can merge things together. I mean, I could even take this Make-A-Wish design and I can add it to an existing WeCreat project. So the possibilities are endless. But today, now that we have our cake topper design ready to go, I'm just going to attach the USB from my WeCreat laser cutter to my computer. And now we're going to be able to see inside of the WeCreat laser machine. So this is such an amazing feature. There's actually a camera inside the laser cutter. I love this feature because it prevents us from wasting any supplies, so I can move the design around. But I also love that if you're using something like a wood where it has a wood grain, you can place your design exactly where you would like it. Like if you want to make sure that, if there's a knot in the wood and you don't want it to show up on your project, then you're just going to move the design. It makes it really easy to make sure that you're getting the exact look that you're going for. Before we start cutting, I like to just double check all of my settings. WeCreat is amazing because it takes care of everything for you, but I always just like to make sure that I didn't accidentally bump something. And then we're going to click autofocus. And then you're going to see a little purple arrow here. If you click on that, you can just then make sure that you have the right material selected. So I'm going to make sure that I have 3mm basswood, which I do. And now we can load our machine with our material. One of the great things about the WeCreat laser cutter is that you don't need a huge space to use it. You can just set it on your desktop or a tabletop. You could even set it up in your garage if you don't have an indoor workspace, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that you're going to need to vent out the fumes, just like with any laser machine. So you just need to make sure that you have access to a window. Now we're just simply going to place our material into our machine. There's no need for a mat. We don't have to secure anything. We just simply place the material down into the machine and close the lid. To begin cutting, we'll just go back over to our computer and click the Start button. And then it's going to let us know how much time is expected for this to take to cut. So this is going to take about 6 minutes and 17 seconds. And then it's just going to tell us to push the Start button on our WeCreat machine. So the Start button is just on the right-hand side of the machine, and it's going to be lit up green. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm really impressed with the lack of smoke and fumes that are coming from the WeCreat machine. Before doing my very first project, I did some research on laser cutters because I wanted to make sure that I was in a safe environment. And one thing that I learned is that projects that produce the most smoke and fumes are cutting projects. So cutting wood, that would produce typically the most smoke and the most fumes. And as you can see here, it's not really producing smoke at all. And any smoke that is being produced is all concealed right here in the box of the WeCreat machine. And as for the fumes, I have the vent hose vented out through my window, and I have a ceiling fan going, and I feel completely comfortable sitting here in my craft room. I don't notice anything that is overpowering. I don't feel like I need to step out of the room. I definitely feel very comfortable. So considering that I'm cutting a project right now that would produce the most smoke and fumes, I'm really impressed. So now when I go to do a engraving project, I can expect even less, which is amazing. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you probably know how much I love to make cake toppers. And this machine is an absolute game changer for me. One of my biggest concerns is always creating a cake topper that's nice and sturdy. And now that I can create cake toppers using the basswood with my WeCreat machine, that's no longer a concern. So I just am so excited about all the possibilities and different designs that I'm going to be able to make. And I think that this looks great just as plain wood, but another thing that we could do is we can spray paint them. We could add some Mod Podge with glitter. There's so many different things we can do to customize these even further to match any party theme. And if you haven't already purchased one of the WeCreat Vision laser machines, head on over to WeCreat.com. They're having a special right now where you can save $900, and then you can save an additional $100 if you use the code SPRINKLED. Again, I just want to thank WeCreat for sending me this amazing machine. And if anyone has any questions regarding the design software, how to set it up, please leave them down in the comments and we can chat there. I know that this is a new machine for most people, but I think it'd be a lot of fun if we can all learn how to master it together. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting.